This is Angelina with another video. Now I've found it very interesting when someone sent me a text message and chose to cram it all in. Yeah, cram in all what they needed to say just using a few words. Yeah, the message was that they felt like they're dying. You know, they're scared. You know, they felt like they're broken. And something else which, well, I can't seem to recall. Oh, they felt like they're going mad. And asking if they're going to be okay. So that's why I'm doing this video. You know, the mind is not being present, so you'd be communicating from an old space, you know, inquiring about your future, not honouring where you are now, so not being current with yourself. You are okay. You're just going through a process. You know, a process which is wiping out all the old identities that you had held for yourself. You know, all of which needs a cellular release. You know, because those old ways you saw yourself never came close to what you are. You know, what you're part of on a grander scale. You know, all your connections on a cosmic level, you know, your gifts and all your abilities. So those old identities, you know, those old beliefs has to go. So the dying, you know, feeling broken, it's just the old ways that you used to function is being removed or changed or shifted for the new to take its place. And you may also find yourself with little or no energy if you go into victim mode or cater to things that you know won't assist you. You know, those types of, well, supposed shortcuts will only prolong your own suffering. And in another way, it's going to also show you that you're still trying to control a natural and organic process, you know, using a linear mind. You know, all those things, well, they kept you separated. You know, now you're in the phase of closing that gap. You know, you could be feeling scared, you know, anxious, because you're unaware of what kind of life or existence you're about to move into, while also experiencing everything you did know, you know, viewing the way you had lived, being dissolved. You know, as your Akash is being cleared, so you have fear of entering into the unknown, which is your other quantum connections, while your body is also adapting to being bombarded with higher frequencies, you know, gamma rays, light codes and other things. You know, your consciousness has to expand, you know, how has to, you know, fully open. You have to leave or exit those third and fourth dimensions completely. Allow those old identities to dissolve. You know, being afraid is just not being aware, you know, lack of openness of your other connections, as you're not currently, well, allowing yourself to see the importance of being fully present with yourself. And all that fear programming is being dissolved. As that only served to keep you a victim to your own old mentalities, your old beliefs. It didn't allow you to access all the things that creates balance. It didn't allow your light to flow through you. It didn't allow you to function from a love unity consciousness. Now you're moving out of all those old distorted ununified timelines into new ones. So nothing to be scared of. The only thing is that you have parts of you that wants to know what's going on, that wants to know what's going to happen next so you can control it. But you don't get to control this part. You'll only tire yourself out. So you've got into being scared instead, still residing in the unconscious mind. And asking yourself if you're going to be okay. And even though it may not feel like it, everything's already working for you. Just learn to be patient with yourself. You get into nature. I've also been through many different processes, and some were not comfortable. But at the same time, I knew everything was going to be alright. I knew everything was fine. I also knew that I was not of this time. My consciousness was already expanding into so many other dimensions and other alternate realities. I was gaining quantum information, so it just assisted my body via those connections. So the processes became shorter because of that. In my earlier phases, in one way I couldn't see the importance of all of these things, but in another way I could. And that's then what brought me to a point of telling myself that I was going mad, only to realize later what that was. When you're shifting, changing, you may have the feeling like you're going mad, you're going crazy. Things no longer make sense. What's happening to you? Life is not what you thought. You don't fit into that out there. You want to be off this planet. Things like that. So, losing your mind is, well, it's natural for you to be experiencing, feeling that way. But as you're coming to higher consciousness, which will be entirely different. To say it another way, when timelines collapse, when they close out and you're being moved to other ones, you're going to feel like you're losing part of yourself, losing the capability to function the way that you had adapted to, that became a regular function for you to operate from. But that formulated old linear realities, from a third and fourth dimension level of consciousness, those old attachments are going, so honor where you are now, and also stop allowing your mind to confuse you. I'll do another video soon, and thank you for watching.